Grocery tasting show, Switch Grocery cooking show. Today it's a cooking show. I'm Neha. I'm the co-founder of Switch Grocery, and we find delicious, amazing, incredible, low-carb, grain-free vegan products, and we ship them to Canadians, to people across the country, just like you. Um, Today is a really, really interesting show. We're actually making bark. So, the way our show goes every week, we spend the first 10 minutes welcoming everybody, asking, checking in on how the week went, how everything is. We are live on Instagram, we're live on LinkedIn, we're live on Twitter, we're live on Facebook in our Facebook group, and we're also live on our Facebook page. I hope I didn't miss anything. But the format of the show is for the first 10 minutes, we say hi, check in on how everyone's doing, especially after Thanksgiving long weekend. How was your Thanksgiving weekend? Share that with me. And then we go into our cooking part. In today's show, we're actually making bark out of keto brick, which I'm really, really excited about. If you don't know, I will explain what keto brick is, but I'm sure many of you know. And you know what? After that long weekend with Thanksgiving, I really am looking to just like get a little bit back on routine, back on schedule. So I'm really, really excited to make this for myself, because I need some nutrition, some healthy snacks, lots of water. Because just this weekend I indulged in some sugar, and it really did not do well with my digestive system either. Hi, everybody. Hi, Shalini. Hi, Sonia. So nice to see you. Hi, Sarah. I'm just going to, hi, Karen. Lori Olson is in the building, Vancouver Island. I'm just putting in our title on making keto bark with keto brick. I like to put in a title on Instagram, so if anyone's joining, they can let us know what it is. They can just let us know. Tracy says Thanksgiving was great. That's amazing, Tracy. I'm so glad it was. And Lori actually just said, oh, I love keto brick. I'm waiting for nootropic icing before placing my winter order. Well, I'm really happy to tell you that nootropic icing is back in stock, and it's actually going to go in stock during the show, which I'm pumped about. So it should be in stock. Brian, my lovely husband and co-founder, will do a little bit, hopefully, of a quick announcement and like let me know that it is back, but it is going to actually go back in stock today. One second. Yeah, Lori says woot woot. Hi, Sammy. So yeah, I wanted to know how the Thanksgiving weekend went for you. For me, it was really, really good. Actually, I'm going to close that bathroom door so you guys don't have to see our bathroom. I don't think anyone needs to see all these doors open. I'm actually wearing the Keto Brick Show, the t-shirt. So it's pretty fitting that I'm doing that. But yeah, my Thanksgiving weekend was wonderful. And as usual, we always do a challenge and a win. So I'll tell you about a challenge and I'll tell you about a win. My win was, actually I did post it on Facebook and Instagram. But my win was that one of the things I do with my extended family is we go around the table and say what we're grateful for. And I just said that I'm very, very grateful for how my life has been going. I love the fact that I get to run an online grocery store. What is my life? I don't even know. I studied to be in accounting and finance. And I just love the people I meet. I love our customers, and I just can't believe that I get to live this life. It is not without its challenges, which is why we do a winner and a challenge every week. But it's something where I literally sometimes have to pinch myself that this is my life. And I genuinely mean that. I'm not saying that there are not hard days, but honestly, with customers like you, like Karen Bradley and Lori Olson, like you guys and Shalini and Sonia, like you guys are so amazing. And it just makes it all worth it. I'm not sure if you saw, but if you go to, we just put out a reel with Keto Babe Life on Instagram. Well, she did the reel, and I just got to accept and be just a part of it. But she created so much magic for her Thanksgiving meal. And so, in that way, I'm just so proud and happy that SwitchGrocery was a little part of her Thanksgiving with her daughter. It's just so sweet. And it's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful. Yay, hi Pat. Pat's in the house. Pat's on Instagram. So yes, that was what I was grateful for. My challenge. I think, you know what? I think Shalini had this challenge last week, which is um, I am really, as you can see, sometimes struggling to start the show on time. And sometimes I have to be okay with things being imperfect because things can't always be perfect. But I picked up my little man today and he was not doing so hot. I don't know what happened, but he wasn't doing so hot and he really needed us tonight. And so that just sometimes the kitchen where I shoot the show is also our family kitchen. And this is our family living room, which I wish I could show you the mess, but there's a ton of laundry on our couch, bags and bags of clothes that I'm so lucky friends dropped off. We have a 3-year-old. And Lucy, our dog's toys, are strewn across the floor. So things aren't perfect, and just being able to accept that and being able to be okay with things not being perfect, being a little bit behind. And as I say, you guys, we just got an email, and I get my email notifications, which says, hey, Brian, still no sign of the order, because maybe the order is lost. So as I said, definitely, there are challenges and everything is not perfect. So today for me is a lot about giving myself grace when things aren't perfect and just being honest about it, that I do my best. And today I really actually thought, I was just like, should I cancel the show? Because do I do that? But I don't, because I think it's really important just for me, not just for you, but for me to show up and to go ahead with our plans, even though things aren't perfect. And it's so hard. Like I feel myself a little bit tearing up, but it's hard to see your 3-year-old upset because obviously they can't communicate and be like, hey, I just had a bad day. Like that's not how 3-year-olds work. So I struggle with it a lot. And then I'm not able to kind of, I feel sometimes like I can't give myself completely to every single thing I do. And I don't think there's anything I can do about that. It's just imperfect. That's literally what it is. I took a break at lunch and I actually just looked at photographs of the Fairmont, like in Banff. And I was like, Brian, let's just go to Banff for a weekend. And he was just like, I thought we were on a budget. And I'm like, let's just go to Banff. Like, I need a break. But anyway, that's digressing. But that tells you a little bit about the mood I was in. However, there's something really incredible about showing up for yourself, showing up for your company, and showing up for what you believe in, even if you do it in an imperfect way. I have a workout tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. I don't want to go. There's no part of me that wants to go to a workout, but I will be going to the workout and I will be showing up. And after, you just feel good, and even during, you feel good. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for that is my challenge, which is accepting the imperfections. Karen says it was such beautiful weather. I sat outside and enjoyed it. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. Big hugs. Karen, I was supposed to call you, I think, on the weekend. So I'll give you a call this week. And I love that the weather was beautiful. It was a really, really nice weekend. And I really, really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. Lori says, those littles grow up so fast. Hug them, love them, give them your time. That is what they will remember all too soon. They become adults. Thank you for that reminder, Lori. Thank you so much for that reminder. I probably need to hear it because sometimes you think it just goes so slow. You're just like, oh, this is going to go so slow. But everyone tells me that it goes very, very fast. And I think about that often. So on a day like today, I'm able to do both. Maybe one day I'm not able to do both, and then I know that you will understand. But today I'm kind of excited to get into our recipe, because I'm like pumped about this, because this is the first time. Actually, I don't think it's the first time, but we've already made the recipe, so it's actually in the fridge already. But I get to make it with you. So let's start. I should write the time down, because we're 10 minutes in. It's exactly what I said, which is we take 10 minutes to talk. If there's anybody that would love to share what their challenge was and win was, I'd love that. Love to hear it. And please share away just their win and their challenge. As I said, my win is that I'm so happy to be running this company. There's really nowhere I'd rather be. And I'm just happy to show up and serve in this way. And my challenge is just more forgiveness and grace when things are not perfect. Thank you, Shalini, who said that this was a really nice message. So, keto brick in the house. So here is what we're going to make. I'm not going to, it's already in the fridge what we're going to make, but let me tell you about keto brick, because I think you're going to literally love it, love how easy this is. So there are 2 recipes. If you go into the link, there are 2 recipes. I have tested keto brick for my blood sugar. As you know, I wear a Freestyle Liber. I've tested all our products for myself, so I encourage you to do that for yourself. But let's start out with what keto brick is, because it's a little bit confusing, because you might just be like, well, is it a meal replacement? Is it a meal supplement? What is it? So here's how I like to describe it. It's a blend of protein and fat. Think about it like a very nutritious snack of sorts. No, it is a nutritious snack, depending on the portion you eat. But ultimately, it's a 1,000-calorie brick. It actually looks like a brick. Oh, I should show it to you. This is the chocolate flavor. Let me just show it to you. So this is what it looks like. It is an actual brick, like an actual brick. It's the size of my hand. And this has, in terms of ingredients, I will read it to you, but this has raw organic cacao butter, grass-fed whey protein, natural cocoa powder, natural chocolate flavoring, Himalayan pink salt, stevia, MCT powder, raw organic fermented cacao nibs, organic cacao powder, and ancient sea salt. So this is what this is what it looks like. It's a little bit like, if you kind of rub it, it's best enjoyed at room temperature. If you rub it, basically your hands get a little sticky because it's fat. Hi, Marcella. Nice to see you. And if you're just joining, we're starting our recipe tonight. We just did our highs and lows, our challenge and wins. I did my challenge and wins, and we're going to make keto brick bark, but I'm explaining what keto brick is first. So, again, this is a performance product. Like, that's how Robert Keto Savage, who is a bodybuilder, really obviously looks after what he puts in his body. He designed this because there wasn't something like it on the market. And he found ultimately that it wasn't just used by people who are into performance and building strength. It was actually also used by people like me, who are either on the run, either I'm at the warehouse, I'm trying to run around. I'm also trying to fast. I don't even have time sometimes to cook. So this is why this is such a great thing for me. So I've noticed that our customers use it when traveling a lot. Like, I've seen that people order the 15-day supply. I've seen that people order it during a busy month, so they have something. And then also, it was a lot when they were in the summer, like camping, because it will melt, but it'll form back together. It's just fat and protein. So that's what keto brick is. Those are the ingredients. And you can always follow Keto Savage Robert. He answers all questions on Instagram. His wife, Lady Savage, I believe she's also a co-founder. She works with Keto Brick. Amazing, just had a baby, and also they're just both just really full of knowledge and a wealth of information. I love the whole Keto Brick team. They actually sent me this recipe. So first of all, there's 2 recipes that we can make with this. Hi, Rainey. If you're just joining, we're making keto brick bark. So many people have, I don't know if it's many. I like eating it just like that. However, there you go. Paula just said that she likes to melt hers down and pour into smaller molds. So that's how a lot of our customers, like, they recommend. Keto Brick actually sent us a recommendation, said we should share this. So some people melt this down and then form it into smaller molds. But I'm going to put this actually in the oven right now, and I'll explain the recipes to you. So right now I'm putting this in the oven to melt it down at 350. So here it goes. It's going in the oven. But I'll explain to you the 2 different recipes. So first recipe, I'm going to credit. This is all up on our site. So if you click the link, you'll see it. The first recipe is one where it's just a blend of 2 keto bricks to make bark. The second recipe is what we're making tonight, which is peanut butter. It's delicious. Obviously, this is Brian's recipe. So it does not have measurements. I have asked him for measurements, like just general measurements, because obviously you can make this in any way that you want. But I did say, can you give me some general measurements? So I'll update them. So recipe number 1 has measurements and instructions, and it is by Keto Greg. I'll explain that. And recipe number 2 has peanut butter, and a keto brick, which is what we're going to make now. So here is, actually, I'm going to screen share and just show you the 2 recipes because it is so much easier. I'm so excited, you guys. And I think Bree is in the house. So Bree's our marketing manager, and she's on our team. You might have gotten emails from her today, but an email from her today, actually, this morning. But her bedtime is probably now. So I love that she's popped in to say hi. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you the recipe. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited. This is going to be amazing. I think this will be one of our easiest recipes. We keep getting requests to keep our recipes easy, so I'm just going to turn this around. Let me turn this around. Okay, so here's the bark. We have 2 recipe options. I'm going to pretty much make this a little bit bigger. 1 second. Okay, so I made this bigger. So I explained what keto brick is, and there are 2 recipes. So the number 1 is the Stovetop Method. This is from Keto Greg 80 on Instagram. His name is Greg Mauler, and he's the one who came up with the Stovetop Method. I'm not sure if he came up with it, but all of these photos that you'll see are his. It's an amazing idea, and this was sent to us by Keto Brick to share with our customers. So he actually has a reel, and I'll share that too on the blog. But here's how he does it. So he takes 2 keto bricks, chocolate peanut butter nootropic icing, and he decides to blend them. So basically, you unwrap both bricks, you chop them one at a time, you melt the first one down. You don't let it get too hot or bubble up. You melt the second flavor. Actually, I'll explain it to you right here. So here are the 2 bricks, nootropic icing, which hopefully is back in stock now, and the chocolate peanut butter. And that's what they look like as I showed you. And then he melted it down 1 flavor at a time. This is the chocolate peanut butter. That's the nootropic icing. And then he swirled it. This looks so delicious. He swirled it, and then it just went in the fridge. So this is the reel, which you can, again, I linked it in our blog post. He did an incredible job of making these, and he explains his process, which is what I wrote up. Like, how good does that look? So you can see him basically identifying the flavors. And then if you watch this video in full, he explains how to do it. So that's 1. And then the second recipe, which we're making right now, which I'll go link our video once we finish it, is from my dear husband and co-founder, Brian. So this is using the no oven, the no stovetop method. It's going to end up looking like Greg's pretty much, but basically we just don't like using a pan. So that's how we did it. So first, we're going to melt down the Keto Brick chocolate malt, which I just showed you. We're going to then put that in the freezer for a bit, wait 10 minutes for it to harden. Then we're going to melt down peanut butter and butter, and then we're going to blend it on there. And then that's the same thing. So it'll end up looking very, very similar to this, except it'll just be chocolate and peanut butter. It's so good. So that's the recipe. I hope the screen share helped. I know with Instagram, it's a little bit shakier. 1 second. Wait, did my screen share work? Please tell me. Can you give me a confirmation on Facebook or LinkedIn if that worked? Because I did a whole screen share and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope it worked. I think it worked. I don't think I'm still sharing my screen. Please let me know if that worked. And I see many of you. Okay, great. So Sonia says it worked because I turned the Instagram camera, but I hope it worked for, yes. Okay, Karen says it worked. Amazing. Thank you, Karen. I appreciate that. Okay, so that's like how it looks now. It's still melting down. So we'll wait, but it's gonna look so good. So I have, let me show you what I have then. I have parchment paper lined up. You need this whether you use the Stovetop method or whether you use the oven method. You're going to need parchment paper. So definitely do parchment paper. So I'm going to show you the two ways very quickly. As you can see, this is really, really easy to make. I'm going to show you the two ways, like partway through the recipes, and then I'll switch and do a final taste test with you. Hey, you guys, maybe this will be a shorter live because recently we've been ending our lives at 10:30 at night, and I'd like to get them down to 10:15 or 10:10 because I know everybody needs sleep, but we have a good crew. Oh, I hear my little one upstairs. We have a really good crew here, which I just love and appreciate so much. But yeah, this is like something, again, kind of amazing to get back to routine, back to just feeling a little bit good. And then I have some anecdotal stuff, which is I've talked about it almost every live, which is my A1C is in the pre-diabetic range after I had COVID. So it really, really affected my blood sugars. So one day I went to a warehouse and I did not eat all morning. So I was fasting. And then I was so hungry when I left, like around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And I just basically bit a keto brick. Like I bit half of it. And I was blown. I don't know if I can swear, but I was freaking blown away because my blood sugar stayed very low. Now, keto brick is a blend of protein and fat. So it's like a great nutritious snack, but it really surprised me because I get blood sugar spikes eating pretty much anything. So I was pretty blown away. Like I actually did want to do a reel about that. I'm always cautious because I really think everyone should test their own blood sugars when they try any products. But on this one, I was very surprised to see pretty much a negligible increase in blood sugar. For me, other keto products, like anything with like almond flour and coconut flour, like that is going to have some sort of spike because there are, like something like that. And sometimes even artificial sugars cause a spike for me in my blood sugar. I think this has stevia. So this has no sugar alcohols. That's my understanding. I was just charged by our newsletter. I love that I just get like a little charge notice like, hey, we've charged your card for sending text messages to customers. And I'm like, thank you. So this has stevia, I believe. That is what they use to sweeten it. Yes, it has stevia. It has no erythritol, and it has no monk fruit. I know that the US versions have, some of the US versions have monk fruit, but this is the Canadian ones that we get, which have stevia in them. I'm just checking on the keto brick. Okay, so the keto brick is almost melted. Let me just check on it. Second. I need a spatula, and it obviously never can find a spatula when I need it. So one day, oh, it's right here. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, it is almost melted. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. I'll actually show you how it looks. Ooh. Our kiddos woo! I don't know. Our kiddos like laying in bed and making so many noises. I don't know, you guys. As I said, this is the hard part of doing a show in your house because it's the hard part of doing a show in your house. So yeah, he's fine. He's just like yelling upstairs, probably watching out the window because there's a window. So Karen asked if we'll be bringing in other flavors. Yes, as and when they announce them. Let me see if they've announced their next one. Keto Brick, Instagram. I'm just checking their Instagram. But yes, we are as basically our whatever launch they do, we've talked to them to hold. Yeah, there's no flavor right now that's been announced, but we have talked to them that anytime that there's a new flavor, there definitely will be some set aside for Canada because that's how special we are, you guys. We need our keto brick, and we also get to have access to these products. So they will set aside some for us and let us know. We just have to follow, obviously, their timing because their timing is what it is. Like we won't have it before they do, obviously. Wow, I just said the most obvious thing. Okay. You guys, I'm so sorry, but like Mason is just, he's like, wow, yeah, like in bed to himself. And I'm like, I wish I had your energy, man. Like, that's amazing. Good for you. He's obviously feeling a lot better. Oh, so we got another one. Thank you for telling us about Keto Brick. I wasn't sure how it was used. You're so welcome. I'm so happy. Yeah. Mark actually, who just joined Hack My Keto, he told me and said that someone messaged him and said, do you even like Keto Break? Like, and then he gave the suggestion to melt it down and then put it into little molds. And then after that, they were like, oh yeah, why didn't I try it this way? Which is what Paula said. And then we also have a good point. So Brian, our co-founder, and my husband who's upstairs said, we can only bring in flavors that don't have monk fruit as an ingredient. Right now, that's chocolate malt, chocolate peanut butter, and nootropic. Just checking if this is melted down. Let me see. Because you don't want to over melt it for sure. Okay, we're almost there, you guys. I can't wait. Uh-oh, we're almost there. So, yeah, one thing which I find really, really interesting is that, okay, on the list of approved sweeteners in Canada, allulose, which is an ingredient in many sugar-free keto products, allulose is not a permitted sweetener in Canada. It's not on the list. So if you go on Health Canada and you type in list of approved sweeteners, allulose is not on the list. It is allowed in vitamins, that's my understanding, but it is not permitted in products, which really sucks because the consistency of allulose is very much like sugar. There's a lot of companies who are making sugar-free products with allulose. My understanding was like the FDA, this is so nerding out on sugar, but allulose was reported as an added sugar. And then that was changed to because it's not sugar, it's an artificial sweetener. That was changed in the US only 5 to 6 years ago, which is why now allulose is in all these products. And then monk fruit juice extract, I think, is permitted in some products, but monk fruit on its own isn't a permitted ingredient. It's okay as a tabletop. Don't ask me, you guys. So there's people who are working on this to make this more consistent. because if monk fruit is allowed as a tabletop sweetener, why shouldn't it be allowed in products? And it is a good sweetener. It's like made from plants. So I know that Keto Brick uses it. I know some of our other suppliers use it, but we can't bring it in. We're just gonna have problems. So because it's just not a permitted ingredient, or not on the list of permitted ingredients. We have a question from Marie. Is it like fudge or hard chocolate? So I would say it's not, Marie. It's the taste of it. Well, I have one more. I can actually show you what it looks like. Hold on one sec. I'm sure I have another one. Yeah. So I had let me just check if this is melted. We're almost there. I have this is what it looks like. It's not a fudge or a chocolate. This would be more of a meal supplement or a snack that would go with your meal. Or a meal replacement. It's used as a meal replacement by some of our customers. So this is the chocolate peanut butter, Marie. So it's sort of hard. So I'm going to bite into it to show you. It's kind of like creamy. It's a lot easier to bite right at room temperature. It's harder to bite if it's just out of the fridge. So I would always kind of keep it at room temperature. Let me just cut it and show you. One sec. So I'm going to cut it and actually show you how they told me to cut it. Give me a second. One sec. So here we go. So here it is. This is the Keto Brick. This is the chocolate peanut butter flavor. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is the chocolate malt. One sec. This is the chocolate peanut butter flavor. It looks so delicious. I'll read you the ingredients again. It's got raw cacao butter, organic cacao butter, grass-fed whey protein. That's the protein source. The cacao butter is the fat source. Natural cocoa powder, natural chocolate flavoring, Himalayan pea salt, stevia, MCT powder, MCT oil, creamy peanut butter, ancient sea salt. So those are the ingredients. And then you can also cut it like this. So some people will say that it comes off in like little pieces like that. I really like this texture. It's kind of like a soft, almost like a little bit fudgy, chalky. It's really yummy. So I've had this pretty much. Oh, yes, Marie says, okay, it has a soft texture. So definitely, Marie, but I would say it's more if you keep it at room temperature. Otherwise, it can really harden. So if you are storing them in the freezer, definitely take them out, keep them on the counter, and by morning they should be good, especially if they're coming to you in this weather. We had another question, which was, how much would you eat as a meal replacement? So that's such a good question. I ended up eating half the brick. So I was talking about this, which is I ended up eating half the brick actually, I think my thing has melted. One second. I'm just checking. Almost. Yes, it is. Okay, we'll just give that one more minute so I can definitely quickly answer this question. But the question is, how much would you eat as a meal replacement? I would eat, for me personally, I would eat till I'm satiated. This whole brick is, I'll have you look at it again, the whole brick is 1,000 calories. It is, I'm just looking at net carbs. The whole brick is 4 grams of net carbs, which is insane. It's 32 grams of protein and it's 88 grams of fat. So what I would do is, some people use like a quarter as a snack, half as a meal, full as a meal. Like it really depends on how you want to do it. I would say that I eat this till I'm hungry. So one day when I left work, I was telling people that I was so hungry. So I literally just bit into this Felt so good. I bit into this and ended up finishing half, and it just had me too full. And I was actually eating while driving, which was really super convenient. So, and then I felt really like satiated and full. And then I shared that my blood sugar was very, very stable, which I'm so happy about because I react to everything. Yeah, so hope that it helps answer your question. I know it's not a straight answer for everybody. Like I know I've seen some people who eat like a full, complete, sorry, I'm just gonna eat this, but like a complete bar. And I know some others who eat a quarter, half, like 3/4. So it really depends. Yay! Karen says they're so good, loved them. And also that there's so many flavors that look so good. Yes, they do have so many flavors. I think they're transitioning slowly to, I'm trying to remember, they're transitioning slowly to, I think, grass-fed whey. And then Sonia asked, is it similar to a Love Good fat bar for texture? Ooh, I would say no. I haven't had Love Good fat bars in a long time, but from what I remember, which ones? Because I remember that they're more kind of, are they more granola-y? Like, how do they taste, Sonia? I can't remember. I'm sorry. And Lori says she melts them down for fat bombs. Okay, I'm going to bring you this thing, which is melted. 1 second. So here we go. I'm using a little glove. I think I ended up melting a bit too much. No. Oh, wait, sorry. I should lower. But this is what it looks like. Oh my gosh. This thing is hot. Okay, I suck at this. Sorry. The pan got a little bit too hot. So I'm just going to put that in. And I think we're good. I think that we got, it's just too hot. So if anyone has a trick on how to hold a very, very hot pan, oh my goodness. This is hard because it's burning through my glove. As you can see, I'm like an amateur sort of cook. Okay, I gotta go put this bar. Okay, we did it. So there you have it. That's our bark. That's what it looks like. So it's very thin. There's some cacao nibs. You can see I kind of like to spread it out. I'm just spreading out the cacao nibs. And then I'm just going to pop this. It's very hot, so I could probably taken it out a little bit earlier. I'm going to pop this in the freezer. I'll show you what it looks like at the end. I'm going to pop that in the freezer, and then I have a little bit of butter. So I'm just going to put this butter into the pan, which I will also put back. I'm just going to, since this is already hot, I'm going to put the butter and peanut butter in the pan. This is when you can kind of go crazy because I have the macadamia madness flavor is really good. So this is a mixture of butter and peanut butter. And all we're really trying to do is melt it down a little bit more so that I can mix the butter and peanut butter really well. My husband is obsessed with peanut butter. So yeah, I'm just going to pop this quickly into the oven. And that'll go a lot faster. And then we're just going to spread it. So, okay, we have an answer for Sonia of what they taste like. So Mark says that they are not like a good fat bar. They're more crumbly and drier. And Karen says they are totally different from the Love Good fats, different texture for sure. Okay, good. That's really helpful. I thought they were different, but maybe Love Good Fats recipe has changed, so I didn't know. You guys, my hands are red. Lori Olson says, I need a silicone oven mitt. All right, Lori, I got this. I'm going to order that tonight because I need that for my cooking. We are almost done, you guys. We're going to melt down the peanut butter and butter. Usually, Brian waits for the 10 minutes. So that's what's in the instructions. You wait for 10 minutes for the to harden. We're not going to wait the 10 minutes because I think, and what I'm going to do is something even funner. Like he likes to put the peanut butter and butter on top of the keto brick. I'm going to actually put it into the keto brick. So it's going to go really, really well. I think we're almost melted. We'll give our butter and peanut butter a minute. But I'm super excited about this. So what are your favorite bars? Because now I'm like excited because I haven't tried Love Good Fat bars in a long time. And I'm actually looking to try some new bars, especially for Mason, because we carry keto bars and YoFit bars, which I love and he loves. But I feel like as a customer, you can never have enough bars. Bars are bars. 1 second. Oh my gosh, you guys, my notifications are out of control tonight. I'm so sorry. And it's all of my bills coming in or customer service. So it's just like, hey, where's my order? Or like, your credit card has been charged for $900. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. Probably inventory that we just bought a food product. But yes, so while that melts, let me just quickly check. 1 second. Yeah, this looks good. So, oh my gosh, this looks freaking delicious. Okay, hold on. So, yeah, we're ready. So what I have now is a mixture of peanut butter and butter. Paula says that keto brick reminds her of a harder inside of a coffee crisp. Does that sound accurate? A harder inside of a coffee crisp. I feel like that actually sounds super accurate to me. Like, I don't remember coffee crisps as well, but I think that actually sounds perfect. Paula, you're such a good describer of things. I'm not as good of a describer of things. Like, I'm always like, oh no, what? Love keto bars and NOLA bars. Ooh, what are NOLA bars? I haven't tried NOLA bars, actually. And also we have a couple of amazing announcements. We're actually going to so I don't have the next show planned, but I have a good one coming up, which is, are you ready? Because I don't think you're ready. You got to tell me if you're ready, because I don't think you're ready. So we are launching Kaizen pasta. Okay, can you tell that I'm like a little bit all over the place tonight? I'm definitely a little bit all over the place tonight, but I'm trying to I'm definitely trying. Yes, so we're launching as the butter melts. I'll quickly tell you, we're launching Kaizen pasta this Friday. It will go off on 10% off sale, which I'm pumped about. We're also going to have Shred Happens, Arash, the founder of Kaizen Pasta, doing a show with us. I think his show will be October 25th. We're just trying to work out a date, which is not next week, but in 2 weeks, which means I'm taking requests for next week's show. I'm taking requests because we have actually an open spot, which I'm really excited about because it helps me get creative. But yeah, we're taking requests. Kaizen pasta. If you go back on my Instagram, I just did a reel showing Kaizen pasta, and it actually did really well. It was just reacting to Oscars. This is what it looks like. It's made with lupin flour, fava bean protein, tapioca starch, xanthan gum, and this will launch on Friday. I'm pumped. It's a big launch for Switch. And And we're really excited to have Arash, who like is amazing. Like he does all these brilliant recipes. He's Shred Happens on TikTok. He's Shred Happens on Instagram. And he is like, his recipes, I would say, are insane, pretty much. To me, at least. Okay, so here is our butter and peanut butter mixture. And what I'm going to do is quickly just blend and mix that up. Yeah, so I blended and mixed that up. I think I'm going to pour it straight on the bark. And then Marie says she follows Shred Happens on both. Yay, that's amazing. I cannot wait. Like, I'm so excited that he's going to be on our Instagram and on our show. Okay, so this is like already formed really, really well. Let me just move this. Oh my gosh, my dog is here and I do not want her to get hurt if anything falls. This is a little bit dangerous, you guys, because things are hot. So we're actually close to the end of the show and we're going to be able to make it pretty much right now, because here's what the keto brick looks like. I'm going to put you guys in positions so you can see. There you go. That is what it looks like. One sec. I'm going to actually put that there. So this is what it looks like right now. See, it's already formed. That's exactly what the brick looks like. Oh my gosh, it formed so easily. What we're going to do is put peanut butter and butter on top. So there was a mixture I put in the oven, and we're going to put it on top. And we're just going to spread it around. So on both recipes, Greg's and Brian's, I put that you need to wait overnight, but you can see that you don't really need to wait overnight because it's the texture of bark right away. It's still a little bit softer. That's good. And I'm going to pour all the peanut butter, everything on here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to look so good. And I really need that silicone mat, but I'm pouring it all heavy on the peanut butter. We'll definitely need to freeze this again. Okay. So just spread this around. And I like my peanut butter in all corners. So I'm going to just smother the whole thing. And I'm super excited because this can be my lunch. This is a whole keto brick. So it is, but it also has peanut butter and butter. So it has more fat, more protein, and it's going to be super satisfying to my husband. So that is it, you guys. That's what it looks like. You're going to put that in the, ooh, that's hot. You're going to put that in the freezer or the fridge. Depends on what you like. I'm going to put it in the freezer for now. And I will take out the finished product and show you. This is what it looks like. Look, our freezer works so fast. I'm totally kidding. It doesn't. This one was one we already made for the first time. Let me hold it up. Sonia says, another show showing yummy peanut butter. Anything that Brian makes always has peanut butter in it. So here we go. Oh, shoot. This is what it looks like. If somebody can take a photo again, I would appreciate it. Cheese. Thank you. So this is what it looks like. It's so beautiful. I like literally love it. And I will try some in front of you. Brian did like a pizza almost. So it's not on the edges, which I think is so funny. But I'm going to try some. So the texture is like I can break this off. So this is from the fridge. But that's what it looks like. It's really thin. Oh my gosh. Okay. The peanut butter just elevates the flavor and the texture. I like the fridge because it's almost creamy. This one is the first recipe, which is like a blend of the nootropic icing and chocolate peanut butter icing. So you can see like it is really thin at the end. Like they're all really thin because you spread out the keto brick as much as possible. So you can kind of see how thin they are, right? But this one, what I like about the second recipe is it's just the peanut butter is like actually creamy. And I'm not even a huge peanut butter fan, you guys. But this one, it really, really, it's like, oh my gosh, so good. It's like a chip that's crunchy with peanut butter on top, and it's not too sweet. That's what I really like about keto brick. It's not too sweet. It's not too overwhelming, but it's so good. Oh my gosh, my husband's so sweet. He makes the best recipes for us. He's so sweet and so smart. Like, he just comes up with this shit, and I'm like, I would not be able to come up with that. I would have to like follow a recipe, but that's really good. I'll update the recipe with his estimates of butter and peanut butter. I hope you enjoyed this live. Thank you so much. Oh, we have another thing, which was flaky salt and chocolate chips on top would be so good. That's what we did last week. So if you missed last week, we ended up adding some sea salt and adding some chocolate chips. Actually, will add a little bit of flake sea salt, I think, on this because I just think it would be so good. And I'll be like Salty Bay, like just like that. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. And we have a whole second one that we made, so I get to enjoy this all week. Is it like the peanut butter cup? Is it like the peanut butter cup? I would have to ask Brian. I'm trying to think of like if it's like a peanut butter cup. Are you talking about Mindful Monk? I would say it's kind of like a chocolate chip wafer with peanut butter, creamy peanut butter on top. Lori says this was great. Thank you. Nootropic icing should be back in stock. And yeah, like definitely please follow Keto Brick on Instagram or Facebook. They do lives. Keto Savage, Team Savage does lives. So their team is Keto Brick, Keto Savage, Team Savage, Lady Savage. Follow their team. They're so great. And they just have so much knowledge about just like healthy eating in general. So and they're just amazing. And that concludes another post-long weekend, Thursday night show. No, Tuesday night show, you guys, you can tell. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so much. I wish you an incredible week of like strength, resilience. I'm basically wishing myself all these things. I just wish you an incredible week. And I will, mark my words, tomorrow morning on Instagram, send me a heart because I will post a story of me working out at 9:30, showing up. So send me a heart on Facebook, send me a heart on Instagram once you see that story. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Shalini. So excited. I appreciate you guys so much. And I will talk to you soon. Uh-oh, I did something. Uh-oh, paused. Uh-oh. There you go. It's back. Thank you. Bye. Bye, Mark. Have fun in Mexico. Bye, Paula. Happy week. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, Karen. And bye, Marie. Bye, Lori. This is so great. Bye.